Reporting live from a dodgy, abandoned parking lot. You may be wondering why I brought you here. It's for that. Let me show you. You have to hear this thing. It's absolutely crazy. It's got the optional Akrapovic pipes. If you don't know by now, this is the Golf 8R. We waited a long time for it, but it's finally here. Let me start it and show you guys around. Let us head to the top of the rooftop. Let's head to the rooftop where there's some light and I can show you guys the Golf R in all its beauty. I've been living with this car for a week, so I'll just give you a little bit more context around that. What is it like to live with a Golf R for a week? Did I just come up with a video title? Oh damn. Like I said, I've been living with this car for about a week. It's going back tomorrow. And I took it on a little bit of a road trip into Potchefstroom in the Northwest province. Purely because I think this is a very cool young guy's car. So just headed there to see the university life, you know. My sister is also studying there, so I got to visit her. Did quite some mileage on it. Moral of the story, did quite some mileage. Got to live with it as a daily car, if I can say that, and it is quite good at being a daily car. Couple of things I like, couple of things I don't like, but let us start perhaps with the exterior. It retains that signature thing. I know all the guys who mod their cars end up putting all the sponsors and stuff there. Quite nice. So on the R models, normally it would say Golf over there, or like Tiguan or something, whatever model it is. But the R models just have an R. Got some nice aerodynamics going on, and the star of the show at the back, the Akrapovic pipes. Akrapovic, I don't know how you say it. We got the blue on the headlights. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a blue line that just runs all the way across. It looks crazy. This also has the light that runs across the center there. It looks epic at night, let me tell you. It looks phenomenal. Really like these wheels. Got the R on the side, sunroof, panoramic, you know the vibes. It's got the IQ light. So what it does is when you drive it basically switches on your brights, but if there's like a car in front of you, like a car oncoming, it'll kill that little section of the brights. Very clean spec, very clean car overall. Let's talk about the interior. So as you can see, it is a fairly familiar interior. Some highlights: we've got a new little gear selector thing, very Audi S3, Porsche 911. We've got some digital dials, digital, fully configurable, so I'll show you how we do that. The popular touch sensitive controls, etc. Got some carbon fiber, very lovely seats. I enjoy these quite a bit. It's got a cool little R, heated and cooled. Let's talk about the screen. So first things first, right? Standard procedure, you just gotta connect your phone and then hop into CarPlay. This is what your infotainment looks like on here. So you've got your standard stuff. You can change the colors and things. You've got your maps, your music, your phone, all the usual. The sound system is decent, like it's decent. The surround sound is very cool in here. So you can literally feel the difference when you switch like between surround and sound focus. If you can see here, there's like this accent on the digital dash. It changes with the colors that you want. Your climate control. So let's just say you're driving along and it's a bit too cold for you. It's this little slider here. Now we can move on to this little screen. So you hit view over here. So these are the buttons that you have. So switch your cruise control, set, resume, increase your speed, decrease your speed. This is your adaptive cruise, like following distance. Your volume slider, I think this keeps you in your lane or something. and your R button. So the R button, you hit it, instantly puts you into race. Well, I think you hold it and it puts you into race, and then you can toggle the different settings. But it's nice when you're like just cruising along and then you see some guy in a Golf 7.5 R thinking he's the chief. Just hit the R, put it in race mode, drop a gear, humble him. The world's a better place. On this side of the steering wheel, you have your thing to talk to Siri, heated steering, you can switch your songs, and you can change your view. So when you change your view, you can have a more traditional setup. And then these buttons here basically control what happens on the left and the right side. So on the left, on the right side, I've got my consumption. You can toggle between all of these things. Those two little flags, that means you're in race mode. If you put it into sport mode, it's just one flag, and then comfort, no flags, just the road. We always have it in race mode. Standard practice, just trust me on that. In the middle here, got your regular engine start-stop part. Got some cup holders. Up here you've got your two USB-Cs for the fast charging. Oh, the sunroof button. Let's talk about that. So this is fully touch now. So you slide it to close the sunroof. And then you just like sort of tap it to tilt, and then you slide it again. Alright, so what is the Golf R like to drive? So I've shown you around the interior, the exterior, all that good stuff. The car starts from 900 and something, but you've probably seen it for sale at like dealers and stuff for about 1.3 million rand. But is it worth it? What's it like to drive? It's a very practical car. It's a very attention grabbing. In terms of practicality and comfort, it's definitely got that VW comfort. I mean, you put it into comfort mode, the engine it's not as aggressive, the gear shifts are smooth. If you just want to be invisible, like you have a nice car but you don't need to use it at the moment, put it into comfort. Long distance road tripping, I road tripped with it, did about 7.7 liters per 100 on the way to Potch from Pretoria. Sport mode, I barely spent any time in sport mode, purely because go big or go home, right? Go into race mode. Race mode is the most fun button to press in this car. You literally jump in, start the car, it starts up for you, and then you hold down the R, and then so your exhaust valves are open and it gets a bit louder. The engine feels really nice in race mode. It's a very aggressive shift. You get some pops and bangs, you get some bubbles, all the stuff that you need in a hot hatch. You know, you're trying to have a little bit of fun without going too fast or doing too much. Also has VW's new 4Motion system with that crazy torque vectoring technology. What does it do? It just allows the car to drift. It has like a drift mode. Is it a hot hatch that I think is worth 1.3 million rand? Well, yes. I think 1.3 is reasonable, right? Only if you need the attention. Golf R, it exists in a cool space. It's got street cred, right? Something that not a lot of cars have is street cred. To be that guy pulling up in the Golf R. But also listening to myself say that, I kind of would disagree. Yeah, I changed my mind. It's not worth 1.3 million rand. 900 and something thousand. By the time you put a couple of options, you're going to get to about 1.1. I feel that's reasonable. 1.1 maximum. Look at all these bugs that I killed. RIP. I'm about to exit the parking lot, so before we go, let's just give it one good rev. Let's do a launch control. So we're going to put it into race. Shortcut to get the ESC. Put it into ESC Sport. Make sure that we are in S. Left foot hard on the brake. Right foot on the accelerator. Hold it up. Let go. That was 125 in like a few meters. How insane is that? Something about this launch control, it feels really brutal, especially after driving EVs. You know, you don't really get impressed by launch controls like in petrol cars as much. Like an EV launch control is just insane. But for this to still come close in an era where Everyone is shying away from power and like brutality. It's refreshing. Shout out VW. Oh, another thing that I really like about this car that I forgot to mention, I love the brakes. Yeah, then these brakes really do come through for you, and they give you a lot of confidence in the stopping power, which is important, I think, in a hot hatch. Yeah, so I was just driving and I saw this. Kind of cool to see how far VW has come and technology and all those sweet things. Beautiful. Okay, so that is it. The VW Golf 8R. Let me know if you enjoyed the review. Let me know which other cars you would like me to review. And let me know, would you pay 1.3 million for this? 1.3 or 1.1? I'm team 1.1. Don't let data steal your money. Buy it from VW. Do it the right way. Save your money. Thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe. You know what it is.